Hello everyone! Hello, and welcome back to more Let's Play XCOM Enemy Within. I am a rather slightly upset Commander Black Shadow. I don't suppose in a way I shouldn't be hugely upset, folks, as in the last video we successfully raided and took down the alien battleship flying over China. We have got an absolute slew of goodies. Unfortunately, it has cost me the life of, I would probably argue, my best shot in the team, Lieutenant Starling, which really sucks. And believe me, I would be happy to trade in a shitload of those goodies to get her back. I really would. Unfortunately, it's not to be. Ah, boy. But yeah, as I said, plenty of goodies available for us, folks. Yeah. Tons of those, plenty of them, and loads of these as well. So, all pretty good, everyone. I'm reasonably happy with this. Also, plenty of money, potentially, should I want and require it, mind you. So, yeah, I don't know what necessarily is going to be next mission-wise. I'm suspecting it's probably going to be this covert operation due in 3 days. It's probably the next thing that's going to be occurring, getting Chilean out of Mexico. Where do we start? Okay, so
new engineers arrived this
yeah,
morning,
we got some
Commander.
extra engineers, 25
We're always
engineers,
glad to have more help down here.
20 scientists as well, which means we now have enough engineers to build the satellite Nexus. We have enough engineers. We could certainly get the money for that. Unfortunately, we don't have the power to build the Nexus yet. We have to wait until the steam generator here is built, which is a thing. I've just realised I don't think I can get the Nexus up in time to get. Ah, shit. I think we're going to run out of time to get it built. That is a problem. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. That would piss me off to lose the continent bonus. So, folks, so let's not think about that right now. So, let's look forward a bit here now. Let's say that I have got, seemingly, according to my list here, I've got enough Illyrium and alloys to basically supply me for a large part of the game. I got plenty of flights, computers, I got power sources, I got lots of goodies, even got a couple of fusion cores which I can do what I want with, which is pretty awesome. So bear in mind that I've got a ton of supplies, which I could sell plenty of it for some money. I mean, you think, I could sell 100 Illyrium for 300 credits. I could sell like 200 alloys for like 400 credits, and I could probably get away with that. So there's a potential. I could probably make like 1,000 credits on those two alone. I could sell some flight computers, I could sell some power sources. There's a ton of money there if I need to delve into it, which is pretty awesome.
This new technology is incredible. The weapons in particular. I don't know what we're going to do with this stuff once the aliens are gone.
Bradford, I think you get a little bit distracted there. So, what we need to think here is, what is it we really need to focus on for the next part of the game? So, let's have a look at the list, shall we? So obviously I've been pushing to get this steam excavated, to get the thermo generator built, so that I can get hold of the satellite Nexus. Now I have realised I don't think I can get. I'm not going to be able to get that built until next month. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do about Argentina. That is a significant problem, everyone. So that's bad. However, at least we can build it. So we've got the Nexus, which is going to cost us 250 credits and a couple of flight computers and alloys, which is irrelevant. We've obviously also got the thermo generator, which is going to cost us another 200 credits. So you can see already this bill of money we're going to need is already rapidly increasing. That's one side of things. Of course, I am also interested in starting to delve into both the cybernetics and genetics lab, so we can start playing around with meld and all that sort of thing. Now that I can certainly do. I think I've got enough meld now to really delve into that realistically. I don't know what the costs are going to be, but I like to think I've got enough to sort of make a decent stab at it. Obviously, money I'm also probably going to need as well, but I have a reasonable supply of that available should it be needed. So there's certainly something that we could look to delve into. That's another thing. There is one thing, however, that is seriously lacking. Let's go into here quickly. Let's have a look in this first. Now, is there anything here I need? Obviously, I'm going to need to build a sugar's load of satellites. That is definite. I'm going to need several of them. I might buy like 10 of them. I don't know. I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to say, but it's a possibility. I mean, if I build like the 5, which the Nexus can run up, I mean, that's still 300 extra credits, so you can see how this money is already heavily escalating. Anything else from here? Flashbang grenades I might delve into. I have been advised by a couple of people that flashbangs can be actually pretty useful. Apparently, flashbangs can also be used to take enemies off of Overwatch shots, apparently. When they spawn in and they go into immediate Overwatch, I could perhaps use a flashbang in order to negate that, should it be necessary, or any other enemies, which is actually pretty awesome. It doesn't tell you that they can do that, but some of you guys have told me this, which is good, so I might delve into that. We've also got other things as well. We've also got the sheeting plating. We could get some of the crystalline corpses we've been amassing. So I will look to certainly get hold of a set of that, at least one, probably 2, which will replace the nanofiber vest. On top of that, the major thing that we have not done yet is we have not got hold of beam weaponry. In the last LP, I basically decided to go with improving my weaponry first, and then improve my defences afterwards, which is where, when we got to the alien base, we had laser weapons, somewhat, I think, but we didn't have any carapace armour. Now, this LP, of course, I've gone the other way around. I focused on getting hold of the carapace armour first, and then I was going to look to do beam weaponry next, and do it the other way around. I felt, considering how the last LP went, I thought it might have been a better decision. You could debate whether it has been or not. That's up to you. So, beam weaponry is certainly something that we can certainly do. Of course, research times for beam weaponry is halved, courtesy of capturing a live sectoid. That can be done now, and that will reduce the time for all the beam weaponry. So that's the pistol, the laser rifle, the laser sniper, the beam rifle. That's the alternates of the heavy weapon and the shotgun. I can't think what they are called off the top of my head. This is probably going to be the next thing I research after the outsider shard, which we need to do for storyline purposes. Another thing that has been mentioned by a couple of people is I mentioned about the power source, and I obviously wanted to escalate in getting hold of the alien nav computer researched. The reason for this being that I wanted to, again, obviously my attempts to try and expedite the construction of the satellite nexus, knowing that I needed to get hold of satellites and get them up as soon as I physically could. Now, I had mentioned about I couldn't remember what the UFO power source allowed me to build. A couple of people have mentioned to me, because I did mention about the Firestorm, which is the improved fighter from the interceptors we've got, which are far superior, and I'd love to get hold of those nice and soon as well. Now we're starting to see bigger ships in the sky. I mean, our interceptors are managing to do their job, but barely, and it could all go horribly wrong. It has done. So, the UFO power source, I think, does allow us to build the Illyrium generator anyways, but I've been informed, I didn't know, apparently you need to research both the power source and the nav computer to get hold of the Firestorm, which certainly makes the power source very interesting to, again, try and expedite. Luckily, research of this is halved, courtesy of capturing a live Fin Man, which gives us the UFO technology research credits. So, it's possible what I'm going to do research-wise is I'm going to go through and run through pretty much all of the laser weaponry. And then after that, I'm then going to do the power source and then research the firestorm and then get some of them built. I mean, if you look at the other programs we've got here, like the skeleton suit, and like the heavy armor and whatever else it is, we don't get hold of these. I think we've got to capture a live muton to get armor credits. Plasma weaponry would be nice to do, but it's kind of not urgent, so I'm not too worried about that. I'd much rather get the beam weaponry done first. We also don't get a credit on the plasma weaponry, although that might come from actually, that's a point. I think the muton actually gives the plasma research credit. I think the armor credit comes from the muton berserkers? I could be wrong about this. So they're not a priority. The Fusion Lance and the Guided Fusion Launchers, of course, these are two very high-tech, generally endgame weapons, which you've got early access to research should we want. The Guided Fusion Launcher, I'm not really worried. This is a replacement for the rocket launcher, which allows us to somewhat control the direction that the rocket takes, which is kind of useful to send it around corners. The Fusion Lance is an amazing weapon. This, basically, is the best air-to-air weapon in the entire game to outfit your interceptors. This will annihilate pretty much anything. This is what the alien battleships use. This will trash any UFO you encounter, folks. The only problem is that the interceptors are so fragile, they may be taken out before they can close in to use it. That's the only problem. So the Fusion Lance, I may well look to research this after getting hold of the Firestorm. This is just outward thinking. The autopsies, I've been leaving these to the side because the plan was to put a satellite over Argentina, get hold of the We Have Ways continent bonus, and that would allow me instant autopsies and interrogations. I now have no idea what I'm going to do about Argentina. They may leave the XCOM project. Unless I get some mission in Argentina to save it, like a terror mission or something else, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I may lose Argentina at the end of this month, and there may be absolutely nothing I can do about this. It's a problem. So, if that happens, that sucks. It means I will lose a continent bonus, which does hamper the International Service Cross Medal, as I need continent bonuses to improve that. But it could be worse. It could be a lot worse than Argentina that I lose, I guess. Just not in terms of the country, just for gameplay mechanics. It only gives you $50 a month, and the We Have Ways bonus is arguably the weakest of the 5. Air and Space is obviously very handy late game for all these ships you're running. All In is amazing.
Tell those guys we can't have them bringing down the walls in the name of prototype testing.
After the all-in bonus, of course, adding 30% to your income is amazing whenever you get that. Expert knowledge is, of course, useful for your workshops and labs, and then future combat is really handy. It's handy to get this early game rather than mid to late, because this reduces the cost of your foundry in your officers training school projects. Of course, if you already got a lot of those, by the time you get all of the continent bonus, it's not as useful, but it's a thing. So, that more or less covers that. There is one thing, actually, I haven't covered yet, which I need to look at getting hold of. And that is the foundry. I just thought of that as we were talking about it. I reminded myself, the foundry. Of course, this will allow us to basically allow us to develop our combat projects, which will be very damn handy. We actually have the power to build this immediately. We don't have the money, and it also now counts as a workshop for adjacency benefits. I don't believe it used to be that. So I might well start building that now. Yeah, I don't see why not. I've got loads of supplies here. I can easily sell some of this. I mean, I could sell like 50 Illyrium. that's pretty capable. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna sell any more Illyrium because that's pretty damn rare. I am gonna sell a load of alloys, however. I'm gonna get some cash on hand. Fortunately, there's no quicker way, I don't think, to do this, but then the game doesn't usually expect you to have this much bloody supplies. I'm going to sell 50 Illyrium. I'm going to sell 150 alien alloys. That'll give us 450 credits. I'm also going to... I don't want to necessarily sell these, because I think you need some of these to build firestorms. So we'll just keep it at that. I could sell some Finman corpses as well. Nah, we'll leave it at that for now. That's 450 credits. That's a nice chunk of change to have lying around.
Are you really using our tracking terminal to play Civilization?
Damn it!
I hope you're going for a military victory.
Damn it! Who do you think you are, Sid Meier? That is unfortunate. Someone once asked me once if I was interested in doing a Civilization LP on this channel. I hadn't done it yet. I've not really played much Civ. I've seen plenty of Civ. I've seen a lot of Civ 4 and I've played a bit of Civ here and there. Not very much, unfortunately. I know Civ 6 came out recently, didn't it? Not that I've looked into it really. So anyway, so let's start building this. So as it counts as a workshop for agency benefits, which gives us refunds on projects and buildings. Let's start doing that. Let's get building on a foundry. It'll take us 6 days. Lovely. I'm also going to start excavating this, as it will allow us to just get on. Again, we've got plenty of money to start doing this. What am I going to build up here? I think up here I'm probably going to build the hyperwave relay. This is you'll remember we'll need this. I think once the skeleton key's researched, we need to then find the alien base. We need to build a device to do that. So I'm probably going to put that here once it becomes available. Of course, we got the cybernetics and genetics labs. We can probably put down here is the plan. Although I could do with the extra engineers. That'd always be handy. So we'll get on with that. Do I want to start? Oh no, I can't build anything else anyways because we are now out of power. So I now cannot build anything else until we get hold of the thermal generator. And I'm not going to bother building a power generator. It's no point. I can get hold of the steam generator. We can then, when we get the Illyrium generator researched, we can look to build one of them as well. So that is basically how I plan to go along with that. So yeah, that is basically the future plans for the base. It's the first time I've really sat down and heavily thought about how I intend to advance along the along things. Of course, we've got extra things we can get in here as well. That is very tempting to get hold of new guy. Seeing as we are desperately short of support classes and assault classes, that is potentially something I might be interested in. Is there anything else I really want to get hold of? Iron Will would be kind of handy, but it's not urgent. Lead by example would be good with the let's have a look at our soldiers here. Let's have a look at our major. What's her will? 82. Wow. So, you know, that would mean that anyone who's got less will than her, which is pretty much, I think she has got the highest will, so everyone would have 82 will. If she is the leader. And even if it's like a lieutenant, they're all averaging like 70s, 60s and 70s. So it's really handy for the those that are lower ranked, because of course they will have much less will. I mean, you think about that basically, if Steph's on with 82 will, that would mean someone like Kofi here would be like 80 will, 70 aim as a rookie. Wow. So I think I'm actually going to get some of these. I shall get lead by example. Oh, they've got to be nearby. That's a thing. But that can be sorted out. So we'll get hold of lead by example. Iron Will, I'm not worried about for 200 credits. That's a bit. Wet work would be nice to get some rank ups a little faster, but I don't think that's necessary right now. Rapid recovery, again, could be useful, but I think I want to keep all the credits considering all the other things we've got. And then we've got new guy, which is exceptionally tempting. Because then, rather than promoting random rookies and seeing what class I get, I can see what class are going to be straight away. And then I can focus my efforts on the classes I require, seeing as we are so short. We've only got 1 support and 1 assault. And our support's going to be out for 2 weeks. I think that might be a good idea. I'm gonna get it. Let's have a look then, folks. So, you are a sniper. Of course, once they get promoted to squaddy, they get an automatic, immediate promotion, I think. You're a heavy. You're an assault. And you're an assault. Right. Okay. I don't think I ever actually got this in the previous LP, folks. I don't think I did. No, I didn't get the whole of this, did I? So, that means I am going to have to enforce a small rule change to the LP. As you guys know, obviously, normally I've been leaving people as rookies, and once they got to squaddy and got a hold of an actual rank, they would get rolled into the game. Now, this technically means that I have to roll in everyone, but the thing is, I'm not necessarily going to use everyone of these guys. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to enforce a slight rule change. So everyone's going to come in, obviously, as squaddies. What I'm going to do is now, instead of being a squaddie and roll characters in, I'm going to make that so that they're the next rank up, which is corporal. Because that means that I've chosen them as someone I'm actually going to probably be using in regards to the LP, folks. And the thing I don't want to do is like roll in like 20 people and then never use like 3/4 of you, because I'm not going to use all these guys. It's just a thing. Part of me hopes I don't use all of them in a way, but we'll see. So what I'll do is I'll let them roll in. So once they get to corporal now, I will roll in characters into the LP, folks. Okay? Okay. Because I didn't know what I was going to do with Christine, because like she got rolled in as a heavy. I don't really need any more heavies, to be honest. I mean, I have no female characters to roll in as a heavy. I don't. I've got female characters to roll in as all the other classes, I think. No, I lied. Just snipers and supports. Assault and heavy females. I don't actually have any more characters to actually roll in, because we've had so many females coming in this LP. It's just completely devastated my characters missions. I've got loads of guys sitting there waiting to come in, but they've just not been coming through. It's just how it's been. Really weird. Right, so we have spent 20 minutes or so now discussing the future of XCOM. I told you there was be plenty of this, folks. So hopefully you get a good understanding of where I'm coming from and how I look to move forward for the next part of the game. I mean, we're now sort of mid-ish game. We're kind of basically early mid-game. I mean, usually you're looking to finish the campaign by about October, November-ish. So, you know, once we're sort of getting close to the alien base, that is mid-game, as far as I'm concerned. The alien base is, you're well and truly mid-game by that point. So, that's basically the plan for the next couple of months or so of how to proceed. Right, everyone, so I believe it is time to actually move forward. Is there anything else I want to do? I could start getting more satellites built now. I might have... now I'll leave it for now. Let's just, I don't think I can get them built in time, can I? It's going to take me, 20 days, isn't it? Yeah, so... I tell you what, I'll start getting them up, built. We're going to need them anyways, folks, so we'll start getting them going. I'm also going to get hold of one more of those, because I can. I've got the sectoid corps to do so. I'm surprised we've been getting this many sectoids appearing still. But there you go. And I don't need anything else here for now. So, let us continue forward. That is a big list, and it's only going to get bigger, everyone. So, let's get this outsider shard research, shall we? Maybe I don't need the hyperwave relay for this. No, I don't. That's what I need out the alien base for the hyperwave relay. My apologies.
Tactical. Do we have an eagle over these coordinates?
Sorry.
Recon satellite Delta 2 is just coming into line of sight. Now, sir. Coming on screen. Nothing.
No, that's impossible. I know it's there.
Switch to thermal. Hello. Give me subsurface. Gotcha. Re-establish comms with all available ground.
Think of what we might find once we get inside that facility. Imagine what they might be doing down there.
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, we found it. Now how do we get inside?
I thought you'd never ask.
Right. So the outsider shard is researched.
The methods
Which means we can-
involved in creating these crystals.
That.
An organic machine capable of complex communications. We could spend years studying this technology.
So yeah, so of course now that we've got the skeleton key, we can manufacture this, and we can now launch the raid on the alien base whenever we require it. Now.
I can only imagine what the aliens might be doing in an underground facility.
You don't want to know.
I've got a hunch as to how we might get into that facility. Just give the word, and I'll begin manufacturing the key immediately.
I'm just going to do one thing here quickly.
There must be some way to get into that base.
That's
I wonder what Dr. Shen has in mind.
nice 16 there. Right, so what we're going to do, folks, is I'm going to get this built now. So 8 Illyrium, 8 alloys, an outsider shard, and you need 15 engineers for this. So,
The potential applications for this sort of tech would have been limitless if the aliens had only come.
yeah. So we can now raid the alien base whenever we want to. Now, raiding the alien base and doing the job well will grant us a worldwide reduction in panic. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are seeing where I'm coming from here. I might not be able to get a satellite over Argentina in time. However, if I wish, I could always look to raid the alien base, get the worldwide reduction in panic to keep Argentina from exiting the XCOM project, and then hopefully by the end of the following month, I should have the satellites up and running to put over nations that require it. So it may still be possible to keep all 16 XCOM nations in the game, which is a bloody hard thing to do. It is very tough to keep all the nations in the game. Usually, especially on a classic run, you're usually losing like 2 or 3 nations. It'd be pretty awesome to keep everyone in. And we've done alright to keep everyone in so far, given the amount of shit we've had to deal with. So that is a little ace up the sleeve now, should we need it. We've got hold of some extra super troopers, folks. Daniel Quinn, Enrique, Rene, and Juan Gonzalez. Another assault. Let's have a look at people here. Your aim is awesome. We have got ourselves a... Oh my god! You, sir, are in. Wow! 87 aim! Oh my god! And... Sorry, you suck, sir. Sorry, but wow! 86 aim, 87 aim. We have ourselves a second support class, everyone. You are getting in the team, sir. Thank God we found one. Wow. I've also got enough assaults now to frickin' have a party with. Wow. I've got no problems with having all these guys available, though. That is fine with me. Wow. You got almost as much aim as a major. That is hideous. Wow, wow, wow. Nice. Well, Sophie, you got yourself some competition. Damn. Lovely. Okay, so that's good to know. We've got some assaults and a support and a sniper as well in waiting, folks. I say there's. I don't really need more heavies at the moment. We've got, you know, Evans who's going well. Zhang, I think, is going to be pretty damn hard to kill. The indomitable Adam Adkins, who I expect great things from as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. Either way, that's a decent roll of guys. I'm almost tempted to roll in 3 more and try and get hold of another support class. So I'm going to do that. I've got room for 3 more. I can afford it. We're going to roll in 3 more soldiers and see how we go. Alright. Oh shit, hold on. Next research. Beam weapons. Is that what I want? Yes, it is. Lovely. So that will be incredibly important. How's the foundry in 5 days? 2 days until that's done. Okay. Alright, everyone. Sounds good. Let's move on. So that's going to be there for all time. It's in South America as well. It would be in Argentina with frickin' 5 panic, wouldn't it? Shouldn't be surprised. Right. Covert operative is ready for extraction. Warning! The operative will be lost if this mission is ignored. So we will need to get this guy out of town, everyone. Mr. Chilean Hawthorne, of course, in Mexico, doing God's work down there. Lovely. Right, that's going to have to be for next video, everyone, because we certainly don't have any time for a combat in this video. As I say, this was always going to be pretty heavy, just discussing what we were going to be doing. Sometimes you just need to sit down and do one of them, but, you know, it's good. Firefight to unidentified soldiers and aliens at the UFO crash site in Brazil brings hope of government intervention, or response. Whatever it was going to say. Lovely. Alright then, folks, so next time on Let's Play XCOM Enemy Within, we are going to be getting Mr. Chilean Hawthorne back on the squad. I think this is actually going to be his first mission. I don't remember. Has he been in any missions so far? I think this is his first one. I can't remember. I haven't remembered him being in one. Unfortunately, we don't have our major support, but thankfully, we have hope. I'll see you next time.